Each year, the USS Hornet Museum in Alameda, California hosts events honoring our country and those who have served. An important part of these celebrations is to play our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. And for this 4th of July, a few Navy veterans working at the museum shared with us what the song means to them.
It means the freedoms that we enjoy here in the United States that are inalienable.
Don Talby says he's glad he served to protect the ideals that the flag and national anthem embody.
And having heard it on the National Mall for 4th of July some number of years back was very inspiring.
Makes you feel good, makes you feel proud.
Similarly, Alan Hirsch says having served in the Navy offered him a different perspective when hearing the anthem.
My parents immigrated from Germany before World War II, and knowing what they went through, it's the anthem means a lot to me. All right, I have pride in this country. I always have.
Oh, say can you see?
So where did our national anthem come from? Well, Professor of Music History Mark Clegg says it all started in 1814.
The Star Spangled Banner was written in September 1814 by a lawyer and poet, Francis Scott Key. And the sort of incident or event that inspired the lyric was the Battle of Baltimore, which was part of the War of 1812.
Key had been aboard a ship observing the battle, including the bombardment of Fort McHenry.
And it ended up successfully defending the harbor from British attack and sort of prevented the destruction of Baltimore. So it was Francis Scott Key witnessing sort of an unexpected and miraculous victory that he celebrated in his song.
The full national anthem is comprised of 4 verses, written to fit the melody of a popular British drinking song called To Anacreon in Heaven. The first verse, commonly sung at events and civic occasions, is the most well-known. It paints the picture of the attack on Fort McHenry and ends by asking the question, is the U.S. flag still there? The following verses answer that very question.
So verse 2 talks about the land attack. Verse 3 expresses Francis Scott Key's sort of bitter anger at the fact that the British were attacking the United States. And then the final verse, verse 4, is a verse of sort of his relief, his expression of victory, his expression that the country will be united. I mean, in some ways, in 1814, the United States was not unlike today, heavily divided on partisan politics. So that call to defending your honor, defending the nation, was really what that final verse celebrates. And it ends up being kind of a prayer for peace, a prayer for hope of unity, and a prayer that the country will be strong enough to hold together and defend itself into the future.
Now, Professor Clegg is also the author of Oh Say Can You Hear, a book that explores in greater detail the story and message of the U.S. national anthem. And he says that message is a powerful one.
But I really think what makes the Star Spangled Banner powerful is the way it organizes and calls us together as a community, that calls us to service as citizens of the nation. I think if we all sing it together, even when I can't hit the high notes, if the key's too high for me, there's someone next to me who will help me out. And I think that's really what being a nation's all about. It's helping each other. So please sing the Star Spangled Banner with gusto and sort of the hope and pride that Francis Scott Key felt for the nation.
Clegg says what makes the Star Spangled Banner our national anthem lies with we the people coming together to celebrate our victories, patriotic pride, and hope for the future.